Love the Eagles as much as we do? Then hit that subscribe button and stick with us at Eagles Nest News for all the drama, updates, and hype all season long. The NFL offseason has been heating up, and the latest whispers have finally become a tangible reality. KENDRICK Bourne is officially headed to the Philadelphia Eagles. For weeks, speculation swirled around whether the veteran wide receiver would find a new home, with fans and analysts debating his fit in multiple offensive schemes. Rumors of late-night negotiations, secret calls between agents and front offices, and even cryptic social media hints had set the stage for a dramatic announcement. Now, as the Eagles officially confirm Bourne's signing, the narrative takes on a life of its own, sparking excitement across Philadelphia and among fantasy football enthusiasts. Bourne's versatility as a receiver, his ability to create separation on short to intermediate routes, and his proven knack for finding the end zone in critical situations have made him a coveted addition, and the Eagles' front office sees him as a crucial piece in their evolving offense. Fans can't stop discussing how his presence might affect the dynamics of the receiving core, particularly when paired with established stars who command attention from opposing defenses. The chatter is relentless, with every highlight reel from previous seasons being dissected, shared, and debated across online communities. Analysts are already speculating on Bourne's target share, his chemistry with the Eagles quarterback, and the potential for him to transform key red zone plays into consistent scoring opportunities. The rumor mills had suggested this move was imminent, but confirmation elevates the discussion to an entirely new level of intensity. Now, every angle is under the microscope, from salary cap implications to possible shifts in offensive play calling, leaving fans to ponder how this acquisition will reshape Philadelphia's championship ambitions. Bourne himself has remained enigmatic in interviews, dropping subtle hints about excitement and readiness without giving away too much, fueling further speculation and maintaining the aura of suspense that has surrounded his career decisions. Analysts point to his adaptability, his experience in multiple offensive systems, and his reputation for clutch performances as reasons the Eagles were willing to pull the trigger quickly, emphasizing that this signing isn't just about depth. It's a strategic move that could have ripple effects throughout the league. Rumors had suggested several teams were circling Bourne, making the eventual choice of Philadelphia even more intriguing. Some insiders hinted that his decision was influenced not only by financial incentives, but also by the opportunity to compete for a championship alongside a high-powered offense. Philadelphia's aggressive approach in free agency, particularly in targeting versatile skill position players, created the perfect storm for Bourne's arrival. Fans on social media platforms were quick to react, flooding threads with excitement, speculative lineups, and wild predictions about Bourne's first game impact. Analysts dissected his past performances with surgical precision, examining every route tree, every catch rate, and every moment where he demonstrated the ability to separate from defenders in high-pressure scenarios. Conversations buzzed about how Bourne could stretch defenses vertically while also providing reliable options on intermediate routes, which has historically been a weakness the Eagles sought to address. Observers highlighted that Bourne brings more than just statistics. He brings intangible qualities such as leadership, professionalism, and a competitive mindset that can elevate younger receivers around him. The Eagles' coaching staff reportedly sees him as a player who can immediately integrate into the offensive system without a prolonged adjustment period, which is critical given the team's aspirations for a deep playoff run. Fans began to speculate on how his jersey sales would skyrocket, how highlight clips would dominate sports shows, and how opposing defenses would have to recalibrate their schemes to account for this new offensive threat. Meanwhile, the rumor mill continued to churn with whispers about Bourne's training camp preparation, potential positional versatility, and how his presence could force a reshuffle of targets among existing receivers. Every news outlet, fan page, and podcast weighed in, transforming what was initially a quiet signing into a full-blown media spectacle. The excitement in Philadelphia was palpable, with supporters imagining dramatic touchdown catches, clutch third-down conversions, and the kind of electrifying moments that could define the upcoming season. Discussions extended beyond the field as analysts and fans debated the broader implications of Bourne's addition on team chemistry, quarterback dynamics, and potential playoff success. Social media erupted with trending hashtags, memes, and speculative narratives, making it clear that this was more than a signing. It was a statement. Speculation around Bourne's contract details added another layer of intrigue to the narrative, with rumors suggesting that performance incentives, roster bonuses, and creative structuring played a key role in finalizing the deal. Sources hinted that the Eagles were strategic in crafting a package that would reward production while preserving cap flexibility for future moves, showing the level of planning behind this acquisition. Bourne's experience in high-pressure games, particularly in tight contests that demand reliable execution, was a driving factor in the team's pursuit. Analysts noted that his ability to find soft spots in zone coverage and his willingness to absorb contact without losing focus makes him a weapon for any offensive coordinator seeking to diversify attack patterns. Fans eagerly revisited past plays where Bourne made game-changing contributions, highlighting his knack for unexpected big plays and situational awareness. Online communities exploded with projections, debating the number of receptions, yards, and touchdowns Bourne could realistically produce in Philadelphia's system. Coaches' film study sessions became a hot topic, with insiders claiming that every nuance of Bourne's route running and defensive reading is being meticulously analyzed to maximize his efficiency. Discussions extended to the potential evolution of the Eagles' passing scheme, considering how Bourne's presence might open opportunities for other receivers and even tight ends. Speculative graphics and mock plays began circulating on social media, demonstrating imagined connections between Bourne and the quarterback in critical red zone situations. Every angle of this signing was dissected, from how defensive coordinators might react to the ripple effect on opposing team strategies. Fans debated whether this addition could be the tipping point in the Eagles' pursuit of a Super Bowl run, with arguments ranging from statistical impact to psychological boost for the locker room. Analysts speculated about Bourne's adaptability to different game scripts, whether in high-tempo situations or controlled possession drives, emphasizing his multifaceted value. The signing quickly became a focal point for sports shows, podcasts, and fan blogs, reflecting the magnitude of this move in shaping Philadelphia's offensive identity and aspirations. The fan reaction has been immediate and intense, with social media timelines flooded by highlights from Bourne's previous seasons, tweets celebrating the signing, and viral clips of his most impressive catches. The buzz isn't confined to Philadelphia alone. Fantasy football leagues, national sports shows, and online forums are dissecting what Bourne's move means for the balance of power in the NFC. The rumors had already created anticipation, but the official confirmation transformed speculation into a new wave of excitement. Where every analyst feels compelled to weigh in, every fan imagines season-defining moments, and every opponent must reconsider defensive strategies. Social media polls quickly emerged, asking fans to predict Bourne's first touchdown, number of receptions in opening games, and overall impact on the team's record. Analysts highlighted that Bourne isn't just a possession receiver. His ability to create explosive plays, run crisp routes, and maintain reliability under pressure adds a strategic advantage to the Eagles' offense. Rumors even suggest that coaches are designing specific packages around him, with motion, misdirection, and timing routes intended to exploit mismatches. Conversations have turned to how Bourne's presence could influence the development of younger receivers, providing mentorship while simultaneously forcing them to elevate their own game. Fans are buzzing about potential highlight reel plays, from acrobatic sideline catches to clutch third-down conversions that could shift the momentum of critical games. The excitement also centers around Bourne's rapport with the quarterback, whose timing, anticipation, and trust in Bourne will be pivotal in maximizing offensive efficiency. Analysts have begun breaking down Bourne's fit in various down and distance scenarios, imagining sequences that could produce pivotal first downs or touchdowns, making every offensive snap a potential talking point. Rumor and reality intertwine as fans anticipate the chemistry that could define the Eagles' passing attack, transforming Bourne from a signing into a symbol of ambition, strategy, and the promise of an electrifying season. The collective anticipation feels almost tangible, with discussions extending into every corner of sports media, reflecting the magnitude of Bourne's arrival and shaping both the team's identity and its championship aspirations. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our Philadelphia Eagles. And don't be shy. Share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Insiders claim that behind-the-scenes negotiations were intense, with multiple teams vying for Bourne's services and employing various strategies to entice him. The Eagles, however, reportedly distinguished themselves with a combination of competitive compensation, a clear offensive vision, and an emphasis on immediate impact opportunities, which ultimately swayed Bourne's decision. Rumors hint at late-night calls, private meetings, and personal appeals from key coaching staff, all of which contributed to the narrative of a high-stakes acquisition. Analysts have suggested that Bourne's adaptability, professionalism, and understanding of complex playbooks were critical factors, ensuring that he could integrate seamlessly into the Eagles' system without sacrificing performance. Social media users dissected every potential scenario, from starting roles to package usage, imagining how Bourne might redefine offensive formations and challenge defensive coordinators. The excitement transcends football alone, spilling into merchandise sales, community engagement, and overall fan enthusiasm, as Philadelphia supporters anticipate a season filled with memorable moments, strategic brilliance, and potentially historic achievements. Rumors have further suggested that Bourne is motivated not only by team success, but also by personal milestones, adding layers of narrative intrigue to his tenure in Philadelphia. Analysts emphasize that Bourne's arrival could influence draft strategies, positional battles, and even coaching decisions, highlighting the ripple effect that a single signing can generate. Fans, meanwhile, are flooded with highlight reels, speculation threads, and fantasy projections, reflecting the widespread fascination with the signing. The narrative surrounding Bourne has become almost cinematic, blending rumors, confirmations, and anticipation into a storyline that captivates audiences nationwide. Discussions continue to evolve, with every fan, journalist, and analyst contributing to the unfolding saga, transforming the signing into a central talking point that bridges rumor and reality, and signaling that the Eagles are positioning themselves for something truly significant this season. As Kendrick Bourne steps into Philadelphia's locker room, the buzz around his arrival grows even louder. Teammates reportedly welcomed him with open arms, recognizing not just his talent, but his infectious energy that can shift the mood of an entire team. Insiders describe Bourne as someone who brings enthusiasm to every drill, often the first to arrive at practice and the last to leave, setting a tone of professionalism that coaches absolutely love. The Eagles' offensive coordinator, according to rumors, has already been adjusting play designs to integrate Bourne's unique skill set, emphasizing timing routes and quick breaking slants that maximize his agility and separation ability. Some reports even suggest that private scrimmages have already demonstrated promising chemistry between Bourne and the quarterback, with the pair connecting on deep throws and timing base patterns that electrified onlookers. The excitement extends to the fan base, where every training camp highlight sparks a new wave of optimism and online debates. Pundits argue that Bourne's presence could revitalize the team's intermediate passing game, which struggled at times last season. There's even speculation that his arrival could push established players to elevate their own performances, creating a competitive yet cohesive offensive environment built for championship contention. Philadelphia thrives on energy, and Bourne seems to embody that spirit perfectly. Behind closed doors, the coaching staff reportedly sees Bourne as a potential tone setter, a player capable of raising the offensive tempo and infusing urgency into crucial game moments. Rumors from inside the facility suggest that coaches have been particularly impressed with his route discipline and football IQ, noting how quickly he absorbs the intricacies of a new playbook. In team meetings, Bourne is said to be vocal, contributing insights and suggestions that demonstrate both confidence and tactical awareness. Analysts have pointed out that such leadership qualities often separate good teams from great ones. And for the Eagles, who are always on the cusp of greatness, this could be the missing piece. The chatter among sports radio hosts has been relentless, with debates raging about how Bourne's role might evolve as the season progresses, whether he'll become the reliable go-to option on third downs or the surprise deep threat in crucial drives. Fans continue to flood social platforms with theories, clips, and even fan art celebrating the team's newest star. Bourne's charismatic personality, combined with Philadelphia's passionate fan culture, has created a perfect storm of enthusiasm. The city that demands heart from its athletes seems to have found someone who genuinely understands what that means, blending skill with emotional drive. Every small update from practice now feels like breaking news, and every quote from Bourne becomes fuel for the hype engine powering Philadelphia's football dreams. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Philadelphia Eagles, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.